Hi, my name's Nick Tann and welcome to my Fresh Music Fix. Artists from around the world send me their music. I pick the songs I like the best and put them in the podcast to share with you. In this episode, episode 14, I play Berty, the Spitfires, Pmad, but I'm going to kick off with CJ Wildheart. You got the best of me and you are going to love it. Hello, what a track that was. That was Dolphin Feathers. No, it wasn't Dolphin Feathers, because I'm obsessed with writing your name down, and I've called the first band. It's not Dolphin Feathers, it's CJ Wildheart. And I'm going to welcome Dolphin Feathers from youhearditherefirst.com. And I've got it written down because I must remember to say Dolphin Feathers, because that's your name on You Heard It Here. Anyway, you did what it said. So anyway, it's nice to see you.
Hello.
Thanks for coming along.
You're welcome.
So I'm sorry, I'm going to introduce you, but I've got to say something. In the last podcast, I made the most awful faux pas. I called Windowhead, which was the band that I played, Widowhead for some reason. I don't know why. I misread it from when I first did it, and everywhere it's down as Widowhead. And I was thinking, what a ridiculous name Widowhead is. It's a crazy name, and I sort of set me off on a little bit of a rant in my own brain about it. But they're actually called Windowhead, which makes kind of a bit more sense. I think it's because there's a band on the same show called Rear Window, and I thought, that can't be the same sort of thing, can it? Anyway, sorry, it was Windowhead, and I will play another one of their tracks soon to say sorry. It was a fantastic track, by the way. Anyway, Dolphin Feathers, nice to see you.
Hi Nick,
and
thanks for inviting me.
Well, thanks for coming on. So what did you think of that, CJ Wildheart, and You Got the Best Part of Me?
I really liked it. I was tapping my feet. It's really that kind of post-punk, pop-punk kind of little bit grungy, a little bit punky rocky. I liked it. It really reminded me of, you know, Green Day, Blink 182, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sum 41, remember them from the 90s?
Ooh, I don't.
Yeah, kind of vibes of all of that. Skater punk, you know, back in the day.
Yeah. Well, actually, funny you should say it, because
I thought it was good.
Because the Wildhearts were formed in 1989, which CJ Wildheart was a member of. So in the blurb that they sent me, it didn't sort of mention where he's from or anything. It just kind of said, "Hey, do you remember the Wildhearts in 1989? Well, they're a legendary band, blah 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 blah." But didn't really. It's kind of okay if you know who the Wildhearts were or are. I don't know if they still are.
I'm afraid not. I wish I had heard of them, but I'm sorry, I have not.
Well, I had a bit of a listen before the show, and I think you might quite like them.
Yeah, I liked it. Now, I was racking my brains because his voice, I'm thinking, that voice sounds familiar. And you know, something came right from the back of my brain from years and years ago. Jesus Jones.
Oh, yeah, I remember Jesus Jones. Yeah,
Something about this guy's voice. I just thought, blast in the past. But yeah, liked it. Great drumming. Obviously, as a drummer, I always listen to the drums. Great drumming. Nice, you know, classic kind of guitar. Little riffs, you know. Yeah, really good.
Cool. It reminded me a little bit, song-wise, of Stranglers.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hide. I better hit that water high. I'm not gonna hide.
Yeah.
I better hit. That's one of my favourite albums of all time. Is Live X Certificate by the Stranglers. If you want to hear that. So, but you've come all the way over from YouHeardItHereFirst.com. Would you mind telling us a little bit about what You Heard It Here First is about? Yeah,
it started off as a kind of album review site. Podcast project. It's not a podcast, it's a website. So it's a sort of project where a few of us got together, music lovers, people that love listening to new music, and we started the album club. The idea being that people never listen to whole albums anymore, and we were thinking, come on, let's get people to listen to whole albums, sit down, just chill out, listen to a full album from start to finish, which is a rare thing nowadays. I don't think people do it so much.
No.
And we picked different albums, some quite well-known artists, some not as well-known. And then a whole gang of us, me and a few other mates, about half a dozen of us, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Listened to these albums, and we wrote reviews, and we scored them out of 10, and we said whether we liked them or not. And it was really good fun. So we did it for a while. We had a bit of a break kind of over Christmas, and we haven't quite got back into it since Christmas, even though it's now spring. But actually what we're going to do now, we've decided, is we're going to review some of the tracks on your podcast, Nick.
Wow, how about that? What a great idea.
What a great idea.
Fantastic.
So watch out for that.
Excellent.
We're all big music fans.
Yeah, well I'll put a link up in the show notes and on the website. So all the show notes that you're reading, if you're a reader of show notes, they're all part of the post that I put up on the website. It's not. I always keep going this thing on because it's in my veins. Nick Tann's freshmusicfix.com. So next we've got Berty. Listen to Berty. This is gorgeous.
Perfect time to find the sun. Undercover we will run from the dark into the light. Fear no more what's left behind. Run with the bird song. Hello to the fox cubs. Grow with the blackthorn and sting like a bee. Big leap down the forest road and run free. Stags through the willow trees and no need to hide all alone. The sun's out now, we walk out into the unknown. La 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 la. its seasons unfold. Run with the beasts into the night. Fear no more what's left behind. Run with the birds on low to the fox cubs. Grow with the blackthorn and sting like a babe. Big leap down the forest road and run free. Stags through the willow trees and no need to hide all alone. The sun's out, now we walk out into the unknown. Mother, the living. No harm, it's unforgiven. Don't start sinning. Mother is living. Big leap down the forest road and run free. The stags through the willow trees and no need to hide all alone. The sun's out, now we walk out into the unknown.
Wasn't it?
Oh, that is just sublime, I
Gorgeous.
think.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, gorgeous.
That was Berty, and she lives in the Forest of Dean.
Well, do you know what? Those lyrics, forests,
I thought you'd pick up on that.
through
Yeah.
barefoot, the willow trees and the bird song and the fox clubs. No?
Fox
cubs,
clubs.
even.
They have clubs for foxes now.
Fox cubs. Blackthorn, all these references to forest dwelling animals and plants, and just this like sense of, well, yeah, running. I mean, I was imagining running through the forest in like some kind of flowing elf costume.
I often do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I did that. I loved that.
Well, she says,
and her voice, amazing.
Beautiful voice.
Lovely piano.
But see, the piano reminded me of Nils Frahm.
Yeah?
The tone of that piano was very Nils Frahm-y. Don't hit the mic stand, please.
Sorry.
It was very, very, very much Nils Frahm vibe on it. And all those little bits. Now, it's what's quite interesting, as I say to people when they send in the track, try and think of this like this is your chance to be heard by people for the don't think about it, this is true. This is your chance to have your song played and listen to people listen to you. I'll get it out in a minute, for the first time. So try and make it a little bit short and succinct. Don't necessarily go for an album track vibe. Get it more of a single vibe. But then sometimes this comes up, and you go, yeah, but this is really, really nice, and then it just comes and just washes over you. So she actually says in her bio that she's inspired by nature and social constructs. I don't know what social constructs are. Do you know what they are?
Well,
yeah. So you're looking at me a little bit of a quizzical thing, but anyway, whatever they are, she's inspired by them and nature, and she does lots of bits. I don't know if she's playing all the instruments on there. I don't know if the kit is a digital kit, if there's a drummer playing or anybody else doing things. But I love it, and
I liked it.
She's got some other stuff that she's it's kind of in the process of sending me.
Nice. I thought the way when sometimes you say the voice isn't high enough in the mix, and that was perfect.
See, that's what. Yeah, absolutely.
Really perfect.
Absolutely.
High in the mix, but just beautifully mixed. Had that lovely softness to it. Yeah.
It did. It has got that ASMR feel to it. I think the whole thing.
Technical.
Is it there's probably a better. Oh God! I thought you might let me get away with that, but obviously you won't. There's a whole community of people that listen to songs and sounds in a very. Look, I'll tell you what. Let me Google it, and I'll tell you what it is after this by the Spitfires. This is a completely different vibe.
Oh, okay.
This is the Spitfires and Better the Devil You Know, but not that one.
glad they ended it like that.
I'm glad too.
Are they going to have one of those endings?
Yeah, or a fade. Fade would have been awful there.
Fade wouldn't have worked, no. Good ending.
Very good
Good
ending.
song. Yeah.
Great song. Great song.
Good song. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That reminded me of Madness.
The vocal wise, it reminded me of Madness.
Yeah.
That sort of blokey vocals.
Yeah.
Blokey vocals, and on blokey also reminded me a little bit of Madame Claude, who we've played a couple of times in this podcast, not this podcast, in the show before and previously. So they split up. They called themselves, it's described as New Mod Survivors, and obviously new spelled NU,
of course,
obviously.
Of course.
And it's the first new music in 3 years. They split up in 2022. And so they've got a refreshed lineup. So yeah, it's fantastic. Madame Claude, what we're writing down here. Yeah,
it's good. Really nicely produced.
It is, isn't it?
Like through the headphones, really rich sound, lots of layers to it.
Yeah.
Could almost, I don't know about, I was kind of thinking, is that like, could you imagine it in some kind of film?
Yeah,
it's rich enough maybe for that.
Yeah,
kind of
or an interesting video. Now they've actually written a song. There's a song of theirs called 4 a.m. Strangely enough, and the video. There's a video accompanied to that which I saw, which is not quite a Madness sort of video, but it's very much it's shot in a flat, and the band are in the flat, and there's a drama being played out in the flat. So that's in a similar kind of vein. Now let me tell you what ASMR. I've looked it up on this is why I couldn't tell you. This says it's an autonomous sensory meridian response. That's the ASMR. Is a tingling sensation that usually begins on the scalp and moves down the back of the neck and upper spine. A pleasant form of paresthesia, and it's been compared to auditory tactile synesthesia, and may overlap with frisson. ASMR is a subjective experience of low-grade euphoria, characterised by a combination of positive feelings and wake up everybody, and a distinct static-like tingling sensation of the skin. It's most commonly triggered by specific auditory stimuli, and less commonly by intentional attention control. Just in case you thought it was. The term ASMR can also refer to media, usually audio-visual, meant to invoke this phenomena, with the sensation itself being informally referred to as tingles. So that whole thing, you can go tingles.
You could have just said
I could have just said tingles, isn't it?
Science. We're educating you.
Yeah, there's a science going on here. And there's a whole community of people that like that kind of thing. It gives them the tingles.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
But no, sorry, that wasn't to do with the Spitfires. Although you might have got tingles from the Spitfires, we were in fact talking about Berty.
Yes.
And so what we're going to do now is we're going to end with a friend of the podcast, and I'll tell you about him in a second. This is Pmad and Chance.
I will never
Well,
Wow.
Dolphin Feathers, welcome to the world of Pmad.
Pmad. That's like totally going back into my goth days of that kind of new wave, goth, sort of like underground kind of music. I think that's brilliant. I really love that.
Yeah, we love Pmad. We've played him many times.
Yeah.
Oh yes, we have. But not. Funnily enough, this is the sort of stuff that I love, which is like to me, this is like
you'd like this.
This is really chaotic.
Yeah,
and it sort of mixes with this stuff that's going on there that shouldn't go on there. From a musician's point of view, there's majors and minors going on there that sort of that are crossing over, and it's like, okay, and then after a while you get used to that chaos.
Yeah.
But there have been some songs that he sent in, and that I've just gone, nah, it's not quite right.
Yeah.
But this one's
great.
This great.
Reminds me of, I don't know, like Killing Joke.
Oh yeah,
bands like that from the sort of 80s. But I mean, I'd still love this kind of music. But I think that's the point. You do get that slightly clashing sound, and this sort of chaotic but comforting vibe somehow from it. So he's Irish, isn't he?
He is. He's Paul. Paul lives. He lives in the UK. Oh, he lives in London. So this one, he's teamed up with a guy called Think, who's an Italian artist, actually called Marco Minazzi.
Oh, cool.
So this is a one-off single, but he hasn't said what he's what Marco or what Think has brought to the table, because this kind of like sounds. This is the normal kind of Pmad stuff that we know and love. So I don't know what Marco. Sorry, Marco. You might have written the song and played all the instruments and done everything and master whatever. But anyway, it's out now and it's well worth catching.
Yeah,
I think. So one of the things I also wanted to mention that in this week's podcast is that if you've gone to the website recently, which is Nick Tann's frashmusicfix.com, is that there are now 2 links up there, one for Tidal and one for Spotify, because I've made a Spotify and Tidal playlist for all the songs that appear on the show that are on those particular platforms. So if you really like the stuff we're playing, if you can go back and listen to all the shows and listen to myself or my own and with Chris or whatever, and talking about the songs. But if you just want the songs, there's a playlist for you, so you can go and check that out and subscribe to it if you like. That'd be nice. Also, if you wanna be kept up to date, you can subscribe on the website, and every time a new post goes out, a new episode goes out, you get pinged an email and you get to find out all the details. So I think that's round about it.
Yeah. No, thank you. Great choice.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant tracks there.
Awesome. So everybody should also go, and I'll put up a link for You Heard It Here First. There's a new review that's gone up today, I think, for what's his name, Jay Gruvara.
Yeah.
Jay Gruvara.
So this was
band.
just somebody that contacted you and just wanted to write a review.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is great, because actually that's the other thing we can encourage anyone. If you want to write a review, send one in.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Superb. Well, thank you very much, Dolphin Feathers, for coming along.
Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. I will speak to you all very soon. I love you very much. Goodbye.